By the end of this video, you will learn how to confidently and efficiently transition from the baseline to the kitchen line in pickleball without falling into the most common traps that stall progress and lose points. You'll understand when to drive, when to drop, how to move safely through the midcourt, and how to communicate with your partner to make the journey forward smoother and smarter. Whether you're a recreational player or pushing to level up, these skills will give you a massive edge. Let's be honest, navigating the transition zone is one of the trickiest parts of the game. You've likely seen, or experienced, that moment when a player gets caught awkwardly between the baseline and the kitchen, unsure whether to go forward, hang back, or just hit and hope. It's where many rallies fall apart. This video dives into how to fix that by understanding footwork, timing, shot selection, and court awareness, so you can approach the kitchen line with confidence instead of chaos. To move forward effectively, you first have to decide how you want to approach the point. Should you hit a drive or go with a drop shot? Both have their place, and knowing when to use each is key. Let's start with the drive. A drive is a more aggressive shot that travels faster and flatter. You'll have less time to react afterward, but the payoff is that it might force a weak return or set your partner up for a put-away. Drives work especially well if you're trying to shake things up early in a point or pressure someone who struggles with fast-paced balls. They can also buy time for your partner to move in and capitalize on a soft return. On the flip side, drop shots are more about control and court positioning. A good drop gives you and your partner time to move forward while forcing your opponents to hit upward. This keeps them defensive and opens the door for you to get to the kitchen line safely. Here's a smart strategy. Use the drive not just to win the point, but to set up an easier drop. When you hit a solid drive, chances are their return will be weaker. That's your opportunity. Your next drop becomes simpler and more reliable. Instead of trying to hit a perfect drop from deep in the court, you can wait until you're closer and the setup is better. So don't be afraid to drive first and wait for your moment to soften up the next ball. This makes the transition up the court smoother and safer. Here's another bonus of a good drive. It lets your partner get aggressive. If you're playing doubles and you drive the ball effectively, your partner may be able to anticipate the next shot and attack it, sometimes called baking off the drive. That means they put away the ball that comes from your drive, often finishing the point. It's a great 1-2 punch strategy and builds natural chemistry between teammates. Now, back to the drop shot. The real beauty of a great drop is that it buys time while still applying pressure. As long as you keep the ball low over the net, your opponent will either have to pop it up or take a risk trying to attack a ball below net level. Both outcomes benefit you. Meanwhile, you're inching your way toward the kitchen line, gaining ground without gambling with your position. But the key is knowing when to move forward. Don't just charge up every time you hit a drop. Only move if your shot was low enough to force your opponent to hit upward. If the ball is even slightly high, hold your ground and wait for a better opportunity. It's all about balance, literally and strategically. One of the most underrated aspects of transition play is getting comfortable in the midcourt. Many players rush through it like it's hot lava, thinking the kitchen is the only safe space. But that mindset causes more mistakes than you might think. The trick is to treat the midcourt like a checkpoint. You're not running through it. You're advancing with caution, assessing each ball as it comes. Stay balanced when your opponent makes contact. That means split stepping and keeping your paddle up so you're ready for anything. Only move forward after you hit a solid shot, especially if you see your opponent is forced to hit upward. This way, you're controlling the flow instead of reacting to it, and that makes all the difference. Here's a drill that helps lock in these principles. One player stays at the net while the other starts in the transition zone. The player at the net feeds balls, and the goal is for the player in transition to hold their position unless they hit a shot that forces the net player to reach up. Only then should they move forward. This teaches patience, awareness, and shot quality all at once. You'll find that once you get the feel for reading your opponent's response, the decision to move becomes second nature. You'll also be far more consistent and less likely to get burned by charging in too early. Transitioning isn't just a solo effort. If you're playing with a partner, communication becomes vital. You should both be calling out whether you hit a good or bad shot so your teammate knows how to respond. If you hit a solid drop, say good to let them know it's safe to move up with you. If you floated the ball a bit too high, let them know to hold back or prepare for a counterattack. This type of constant, open dialogue not only builds trust, but also helps you move as a unit. When you're both in sync, the game feels smoother and it's way more fun. The transition zone doesn't have to be your danger zone. With the right mindset, technique, and teamwork, you can own that space and use it as a launchpad to success at the kitchen line. So next time you play, slow down your rush to the net, trust your drops and drives, stay balanced, and talk with your partner. You'll find yourself not only getting to the kitchen line more consistently, but dominating when you get there. Thanks for tuning in, and if this helped, don't forget to subscribe for more tips coming every week. See you out there on the courts.